Welcome back to the AITSM show. I am Jincy Oommen and I work as a solution consultant with Automation Edge. The future is dynamic. Your next gen RPA platform should be too. In today's special Bytes episode, we will discuss what the future of the RPA looks like. It's been roughly 5 years since RPA happened to be the next best thing to a slice of IT bread. RPA was, to some extent, an IT dream. It was not invasive as it sat quietly outside our enterprise mission control systems, ERPs, HRMS, and mainframes, patiently automating our legacy processes. It asked for nothing more than access to our systems and documents. Early RPA vendors offered a full suite of bells and whistles, expecting customers to automate all their processes within their company. But in the wake of the pandemic, the market expressed a bite sized appetite instead of the whole buffet. This is where RPA as a service comes to the forefront. Being a cloud first resource, it has none of the transition issues that on premise platforms have, making the service bite sized, flexible, and scalable. With no prohibitive license cost, no infrastructure cost, and no restrictive lock ins, RPA as a service has become a convenient tool of choice in an enterprise's automation strategy. A bot to do more than processes. The earlier RPA as a service gave away free bots like confetti, as though a bot was all that was required to design an automated process. These early offerings did not appreciate the complexities of building a new business service. A typical business service sits in the center of the enterprise's IT landscape, fetching data from one system and routing data to another. A robust process also needs machine learning to be intelligent and natural language processing to understand specific nuances. No process is an island. We live in exciting times that are volatile and complex, yet filled with excellent technical possibilities. While business leaders do not need to understand the details in the codes and scripts that underlie automation, they do require enough knowledge to make informed decisions and convert to business value. Adopting technology like RPA as a service can help teams experiment and prioritize candidate clusters in the enterprise to automate. Being on the cloud, they can identify processes that, when automated, will lead to the most significant value for their departments and enterprises without committing to infrastructure or operating licenses. When considering an RPA as a service solution, start small but think big. Focusing on routine, repetitive tasks should always be the first port of call. Since 40% of help desk queries relate to password resets, automating these tasks would be a worthy candidate for a POC. For complex processes, it helps to partner with a company with a track record of helping businesses in your market. Typically, processes span multiple systems and departments. Choosing an RPA platform that integrates with systems, both current and in the planned future, would expand the scope of the processes that would be automated across the enterprise. An intuitive graphical user interface would eliminate the required training. The quiet cost of integrations have surprised many an RPA customer. It helps to be mindful of the total cost of ownership of the implementation. Consulting, maintenance, and training are all rolled into an aggregate TCO. Here are some additional things to consider before getting started with RPA as a service, as well as how RPA as a service can take advantage of the shortcomings of RPA. So, the first point is pilot more processes and regret less. Not all processes are equal, and some are easier to automate than others. Experiment with as many pilot candidate processes as possible to increase the chances of identifying opportunities. To automate before investing in RPA as a service solution. The key is to pilot as many processes as possible so that one can fail and abort quickly instead of investing months for results. The flexibility afforded by a cloud and the high availability of the internet come together to make this possible. The second point is scale automation to enable a business that never sleeps. The high availability of the internet has allowed a business to be always on, enabling a business that never sleeps. Previously, IT staff would rush to buy servers to achieve the optimum load balanced service, managing the peaks and valleys of business. IT never got it right. It was like throwing a dart in the dark and missing every time. Make sure the RPA as a service offering you are exploring can help users scale automation to meet your business's high availability and changing demands. The third point is no unused bot left behind. In the earlier days, no one knew how many bot licenses would be required. So earlier RPA customers bought more licenses than needed. Some firms bought one bot license for one user, while others purchased one for each automated process. Each bot added necessary charges with its associated license cost. A large part of these bills included unused bots or even bots that go dormant. With no tracking in place, it left the customer holding the baggage of unutilized bots. A quality RPA as a service solution should be able to monitor and track unutilized bots. The conclusion is RPA as a service has revitalized the RPA market. With more customers willing to take on RPA as a service because of the low risk nature involved in trying it out in their environment. Consider the tips outlined above when investing in RPA as a service solution, which can be a great addition to an enterprise's automation strategy. Thanks a lot for listening. Please let us know what topics we would add here and give us feedback. And if you loved it, please share it generously. Thanks again. Bye bye.